Hi, this is Monty from Mopart Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just come into us. I'll try and make this video as brief as possible. I've probably tried to do this video about a dozen times, but unfortunately you can probably see there's a lady over there with about 100 dogs who chooses to want to talk over all my videos all the time. Not too sure why. Anyway, so without further ado, the reasons why we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. We try and tell you how it is, exactly how we've seen a car. We are all human. I don't intentionally go out to miss anything on a car, but I will try and be as thorough as I possibly can. Now, this is our BMW 118 SE. She's covered a little over 51,000 miles. Really lovely high-spec car. Drives really well. In my opinion, anyway, it drives really well. Now, I'm going to briefly walk around the car and give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now, apologies if you're going to get some sort of sun glaring. It's about sort of 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I do apologise on that. Now, I mentioned it's a high-spec car. It is. It's got front and rear parking sensors, really nice sport alloy wheels, which we've just had refurbished in a really nice subtle gunmetal grey or a matte gunmetal grey. We've also put a new set of centre caps on the car. So what else we've got on it? We've got sports seats, we've got a slightly tinted or privacy glass like a smoke glass on the car. We've got automatic headlamps, we've got automatic wipers, dual climate control air conditioning. What else? Folding mirrors. Yeah, so a really nicely spec'd car. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm walking around the front of the vehicle. I'm going to keep the camera there for a few seconds just so you can jot down the registration number and do any checks that you need to do, MOT checks, etc. Now, when the car leaves us today, it's going to go to our prep guys for a couple of bits and pieces. It's due a set of spark plugs and it's due a brake fluid change. Now, with BMWs, they are serviced. Normally, if you've got a 10-year-old BMW like this, they'll normally have about 5 services. They'll probably have sort of 3 or 4 visits, and from memory, God, don't know, I think there's about 6 altogether in the service book. All right, or 6 visits and services altogether. Maybe one more, but of course we're going to do a couple of bits and pieces to it as well. So anyway, jot down the registration number if you need to, and do any kind of MOT history checks. Okay. So we'll give you a more detailed view now. I mentioned earlier on they do probably tend to take about 8 to 10 minutes long, these videos, and we don't want to waste anybody's time, you know, so whether you're 2 miles away or 200 miles away, when you come to view the car, it should be as I described. Now, wheels are going to be in fine condition because we just had them repainted. The only reason I had them repainted, there was nothing wrong with them. They had a few little scuffs here and there, but we just wanted to make it look slightly different to every other three-door 1 Series BMW out there. Now, you've got 3 Goodyear tyres and 1 tyre made by a company called Ovation. Plenty of tread on the tyres. I am out looking for another Goodyear tyre. There's no guaranteeing I will get another Goodyear tyre, but if I do, I'll put it on there so you've got a complete matching set. But you've got 3 Goodyears and 1 other make of tyre. Now, as I mentioned, you've got front and rear parking sensors on this car. New centre caps in the centre of the wheels. And hopefully, if we try and move the camera slowly, you might be able to try and pick up some reflections. But believe me, it's in great condition, this car. She is 10 years of age. Look, whoever's buying the car, we know it's going to be a new car to you, but it will never ever be a brand new car. She's going to be 10 years of age, so it's going to have a few little chips here and there. Yes, we've touched up a few of them, and I'll show you all them in the rest of the video. Okay, now I mentioned it's got a sort of kind of really light kind of privacy glass. You'll see in the pictures it's not really dark. It's a very light smoke privacy glass windows from the B pillar onwards back. Now, a few little stone chips that have been touched up. They're along the leading edge of the door, and there was a couple on this rear wing here somewhere. God, I can't even see it now. There they are there. Okay, but again, if I took a picture from back here, you wouldn't pick any of that up. Let's just show you a few bits inside. Now, I mentioned you got folding mirrors. They're electric mirrors as well. And when you put this car into reverse, the passenger mirror will dip down towards the curb as well. So I mentioned it's got the sports seats, these kind of real nice figure hugging bolsters, automatic lights, lots of controls there for the radio, etc. Now it will show you like a phone button on here, there's no phone connectivity with this car. There is a lot of dealers out there that do tend to put on there you've got phone connectivity when you actually haven't. You've got 6-speed manual transmission, dual climate control air conditioning, and you've got your button on the dash there for parking sensor, you can switch them off. Then you've got your BMW Business Edition radio, standard stop start button as well. That's the so you've got two things. You've got a stop start button at the bottom of the dash there, this car's equipped with it, and then you've got the stop start button actually starting the car itself. Let's just show you the back of the car. Hopefully you can try and pick up. It's in really good condition. You've got your ISOFIX connectivity down the bottom there for baby seats. Let's just carry on down the back of the side of the car. God, we're up to 6 minutes already, so I'll be as quick as possible. So rear parking sensors, plenty of tread on the tyres, and again the wheels are going to be absolutely fine because they've just been refurbished. All looks really good here. Now there is a bit of a hairline scratch or a mark on the back bumper. It's just down here. Let me just zoom in, you might be able to pick it up. We can't really touch that up, we're going to try and put a bit of lacquer in there that might get rid of most of that. But if I took a picture from back here, you wouldn't really pick any of that up. And again, this is the reason why we do these videos. How many times have we gone to have a look at a car that looks absolutely stunning in the pictures, but when you go and have a look at it, it's nothing like you thought it was going to be. So you've got 60-40 split rear seat. You've even got a litre of oil in there from the previous owner, and it's BMW as well. Now under here, you'll have your battery, you'll have a pump-up kit. Now the reason why you tend to have these kind of like pump-up kits is these cars tended to come with kind of run-flat tyres. Now luckily enough, this car hasn't got run-flat tyres anymore, which is a good thing. Because they do translate the sound, the road noise straight through the car. So what we're going to do, because these cars don't come with a spare wheel, we're going to include a pump-up kit. So it's like a thick, stodgy kind of porridgey thing that goes into the tyre, and you use that inflator packet. Okay, rear tyres, lots of tread, and hopefully we can try and pick up some of the reflections down the side of the car here. All looks really good. So I'm just going to keep the camera there for a few seconds and just move it around a little bit, so hopefully you can try and pick that up. Okay, door edges, there were a few little stone chips. I think if I zoom right in, you can probably see them around there. Now some customers think I might go a little bit overboard. But you know, please read some of my reviews. We don't go out to try and waste anybody's time. You know, I do tell customers that we didn't build this car in Germany 10 years ago, but we will try and do whatever we possibly can to make the car look in great condition. Okay, apologies about some of the glare that's coming through from the sun. Let's just try and show you the interior here as well. Twin cup holders. You've got your armrest there, and when you lift the armrest up, you've got your aux in for your music. And then you've got, as I mentioned to you, dual zone climate control, nice and cold, so you're not going to need it now. And then you've got your radio CD. Auto dimming rear view mirror you've got on this car as well. Now, one thing I need to show you on the seat, there is a little bit of a mark on the seat here. It looks like a slight scratch in the fabric. Again, if I took a picture from back here, you probably wouldn't pick it up. I just wanted to point it out to you. Right, let's just go down the passenger side. Now this is the Ovation tyre, I think it's on there. Again, it's got plenty of tread, but there's no promises. If I get another Goodyear tyre, I will put it on there. It won't be a brand new one, it will be a second-hand tyre. And then hopefully you can try and pick up some of the views, or maybe some of the reflections of the greenery in the video. And what I'll do is I'll come around the front of the car and then give you a more detailed view. Now, probably with any car, the front of it will tend to be the worst bit because you'll have a few stone chips. Now, there's probably about half a dozen on this, on the bonnet. They have been touched up. You got one along here, you got one or two there, one there, and one on here. So there's about half a dozen on the front. They have been touched up. We have touched them up on the car. All right, the rest of the front bumper all looks in really good condition. Again, it's not going to be brand new, guys. Please, 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 it's not going to be brand new. Now, with all our cars, they all come with a 6-month comprehensive warranty. Now, the older the car gets, if it's 15 years of age and it's like £1,500 to buy, the warranty companies don't really want to cover that much because, you know, what do you expect with a £1,500 car that might be sort of 15 years of age? But with any cars that are up to sort of 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, we tend to try and give all our customers the best possible cover we can. There's a choice of 2 different companies we all use. There'll be 100% contribution, so there'll be nothing from you to pay apart from the first, normally an excess fee of between £50 and £75, and we'll try and tick as many options as we possibly can: aircon, suspension, emissions, etc. So I'm coming up to about 11.5 minutes now, so I have gone on a bit. So if you're interested in this particular car or anything else at Motor Park Vehicles, please don't hesitate to give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, and I'll get back to you straight away. Thank you again for your time. Bye bye.